Hi, my name is Matt Renwick, Principal, and I'd like to welcome you to Howe Elementary School. We are excited that you will be a part of the Howe family. Howe has a rich tradition of academic success and being a welcoming community of learners. This screencast is to briefly highlight what makes Howe, home of the Bulldogs, such a great school. Our school is known for the reading-writing connection. That's something we focused on for the past 3 years as a staff, and we've seen some great results in our students' work. The idea is that reading enhances writing and writing enhances reading, and so we've really focused on both, and those strategies impact all of the other content areas: math, science, social studies, the specials. So we've seen some great results, and we're going to continue to focus on writing and how it can make everything better for learning. The instructional framework that we use is the optimal learning model. With all of our work, we try to model as much as we can what to do, how to do it, in terms of what students need to know and be able to do. And then through formative assessment, through checking for understanding, we're able to release that responsibility to the students so they can become independent learners. Our focus is just not only on academic, but also on social and behavioral. Our framework for that is a positive behavior intervention and support, and this just includes teaching kids how to be good friends, good community members, and just have high expectations for how we would conduct ourselves in school, at home, in the community. Your students might come home and say, I was a top dog today. Well, what does that mean? It's just our saying to be a top dog, we follow 3 different main expectations: be safe, be responsible, and be respectful. As we said, much like our academics, we teach what we want to see with behaviors as well. We do a lot of school-wide systems. We'll have what's called jump starts every Friday morning from 8:30 to 8:40, just to review what we expect, work with kids in a positive manner so that we avoid a lot of issues later on. And we do also offer Tier 2 and Tier 3 types of interventions for kids who do struggle within the school system, to provide additional support for those kids. And we're always looking to work with parents on these types of instances if it does come up. Students are recognized for positive behaviors, and we have our cool tools. As you see, here's a poster that represents one of our cool tools, how to walk in the hallway. And as well, we do paw prints, and students can put their paw prints within the class, and then they can be put into the doghouse for weekly drawing at our Jump Start. Moving back to the instructional side of things, the past couple of years we've been integrating technology, namely tablets, and this year we're looking at trying to make technology be used in the classroom in a meaningful and purposeful ways. So we're looking at what's called the digital learning farm, and just helping kids own their own learning through different applications that you might see here. A way that we see we can communicate this learning, whether it's technology based or it's paper and pencil, is through Evernote. And this will be what we'll be creating as digital portfolios. So your classroom teacher will have a sign up where you can put your email down, and that's the way that classrooms will communicate with you. The students will, via email, to showcase and show student learning over time, so that you don't have to wait for a report card or conferences to see how your child is doing. It can be up to date to the day when you can see progress, and we think this is going to be a really effective way to assess all year long. We do offer a morning program here at Howe from 7:30 to 8:30. It's called Read, Write, Think. If you're familiar with the website Read, Write, Think, that's really what we stress here as well. As when kids come from 7:30 to 8, they'll be expected to read quietly, write quietly, or think, which might include homework or any other kind of work that would be essential to learning. The morning study center will be located in our library. We have a nice selection of books, audio, and just places to work and read and think. We also offer a Mac lab with smartboards for any kind of digital work that you have to do as a whole class. Another highlight from Howe is that we were given an award for continued excellence in school. We've been a school of recognition now for 5 years, hoping for 6 this year. And this year we received a substantial award from the state. And what that will do is, first of all, bring a lot of more supplies and resources for staff and students. Also, we will be responsible for hosting other schools to come visit Howe, and they can see what we're doing well and maybe apply that to their own setting, their own schools. So this is a great recognition for Howe, for Wisconsin Rapids, and our community. A couple of things to be aware of on our website. If you look on the left side, you can see Howe Student Handbook. And this is an important one. If you go here, I'm going to try to circle it. If you click on that one right there, attendance and absences. Attendance is critical for student success. Getting them here on time, making sure they stay. If they're feeling a little under the weather but they're not contagious, getting them to school. That makes a big difference in your child's success. So please do everything you can to make sure they're here at school. One other thing to really note is volunteer opportunities. This goes for anyone who would like to work with our kids on a regular basis. This would include field trips. This would include classroom helpers. This would include volunteers at family nights. You must get a background check by November 30th. Very, very important. We had to turn away quite a few people last year because they did not get their paperwork done in time. Here is the number right there. Please call that number and set up an appointment right away. Even if you think you probably won't, you're better off doing it anyway. And even if you have something in your background that you think might exclude you from things, it doesn't mean you won't be able to participate in activities at school. So please do that. That's extremely important. Our school begins at 8:45 and it's dismissed at 3:45. Kids are welcome to come at 8 o'clock as much as possible. We did say we have a morning study center, and that's for parents who have to go to work early. We do open that up at 7:30, but for everyone else, 8 o'clock is about the earliest we'd want students here. We do serve breakfast, and here are some spots to park in the morning, but be aware that there are certain times when you cannot park on the street. 8th Street's a very busy street, as you probably know. When you do come, whether it's before or after school, we ask all families to stay in the lobby on the carpeted area or around that, just so that we don't have distractions in the classroom and learning can be the priority while kids are here. Those morning and after school times are great times to visit the office, make a deposit for lunch. If you need to speak with Stacy or Sarah, they're always willing to help, and but those are the times that work best for those kind of tasks. And one more thing just to be aware of, I guess, is there has been some construction a block away, so you may have some issues with getting to Howe. Just be prepared. It seems like they're getting close to being done, but these first couple of days, be aware of the construction and just make different arrangements for how to get here. And that concludes our screencast. Again, I welcome you to Howe Elementary School, and I look forward to meeting you and your children. And if you have any questions, please give us a call. Have a great year.